Hey guys, Spudknocker here, as always, and today I wanted to bring you guys some footage from my recent one-on-one training event with one of my patrons. He goes by Krytac on Discord and found DCS World through my YouTube channel a few months ago and made the very steep investment in both hardware and software to get into DCS. He really loved watching the multiplayer missions that I put together and fly with the guys of the Spuds Buds Discord server, and his stated goal was to get proficient enough in a DCS aircraft to be able to regularly participate in the missions he loved to watch, and were the very reason he got into DCS World in the first place.
Top right, you said?
Originally, we had started training in the F-14 Tomcat, but we both came to the conclusion that without rudder pedals, he would get more enjoyment out of the DCS F-16C Viper he picked up as a result of the 50% off sale. So for now, we're going to go ahead and shelve the F-14 and return to her once Krytac gets some pedals. This is Krytac's first time employing weapons from the Viper, and I think he did a really great job. He's been going through the reading material and study materials that I recommended for him and is making really great progress towards the stated goal. I hope this video gives you an idea of the awesome perk of supporting my channel and gives you an idea of what it looks like. And if you have any questions, please feel free to join my Discord and PM me or ask me or any of my other patrons about their experiences. I'm sure they'll have nothing but positive things to say. So thanks a lot guys for watching, and as usual, fly safe and have fun and enjoy this awesome simulator, guys. I hope everyone's staying healthy, happy, and entertained during this time of crisis. You've got on the top right, it says 6 M82. See that? Oh, now you switched it. Now we're in gun mode. So hit gun again up top.
Okay.
And then press the button.
6 M82. Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. And so now you're in rocket mode because you're carrying rockets and bombs. So we're carrying 6 Mark 82s, and you're also carrying 2 rocket pods. So let's drop the bombs first.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back to my own jet. And you can change your different ways you can drop it by you can either choose singles. So every pulse of bombs coming off the jet is a single bomb. Or you can click that and change it to pairs so that every pulse is a double. You can
kind of like a ripple.
Yeah, exactly. So our ripple setting is actually the last setting. And then if we want to have spacing between those bombs, we hit the next setting, and we can enter a value there. So let's say 100 feet. And then we put in 100, and then the enter button on the top. And that puts in 100 feet.
Oh, wow.
And then for the RP, which is our ripple, so I'm going to drop singles, and I'm going to do a ripple of 2, enter, and that way what's going to happen here is I'm going to drop 2 singles with 100 feet between the 2 singles.
Got it.
And so what that does is when you put your CCIP mark on the target, it's going to put those 2 bombs straddled across your CCIP mark 100 feet apart from each other. And let's see here, what else can we do to get set up? When you are diving onto your target, so right now you should see a fall line that's coming down your HUD.
Yep.
And you see a little circle with a dot in it at the bottom of that.
Yep.
Right? So that is your aiming reticle.
Yep.
Now, in the F-14, if you recall, that aiming reticle was down below the HUD. You couldn't see it until it came up. That's the same thing is happening here, except we can see it. So the little cross mark that's coming across the fall line, that's kind of down further towards the horizon, that is letting you know how far that circle in like theoretical theoretically has to travel up the fall line before you can drop the bomb. So you have to wait until that little line, that crosshatch line across the fall line, goes all the way down to the bottom and then goes away before you can put that pipper on the target and release a bomb. Because if you don't, then the bomb, that pipper is not actually giving you a correct position of where the bomb's going to fall.
Okay, so once that line kind of like targets with the pippers, that's basically when you drop it, right?
Yeah, so once that line comes down and hits the pipper, that's when you can drop the bomb.
Yeah, that's very similar to the A10, from what I recall.
Yeah, exactly. So then you're good to go there. So like I said, they're both Air Force jets, and they both, have similar terminologies to things and all this kind of stuff. So it should be pretty familiar.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead. Do you want me to share my screen and you can watch me roll in on a target?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So I'm going to put this on autopilot just so I don't
Yep.
do the altitude hold.
Yep, that's attitude hold.
Or attitude hold.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're right. You were right. No, altitude hold is coming up. There you go.
Yep.
All right.
And do I forget, do I have to hit a button again? I can't remember.
You're good to go.
Okay.
See how you were a few degrees up above the horizon before, and it brought you automatically right down onto the horizon.
Gotcha.
So let me share my screen here. How do I go live again? There we go. I'm going to set my digital combat simulator to go live. Alright, so you can watch my screen.
Hold on, I need to get there somehow.
Just Alt-Tab to Discord.
Yep. Do you want me to get out of mine?
Yeah.
Alright.
So I'm going to go for that same target, the helicopters on the ramp.
Okay.
And what I really love about the F-16 here is, with our MFDs, they can be on any page, it doesn't matter. We still have our RWR scope up, very, very visible, so we can see any threats that are coming at us. Whereas in the F-18, it likes to take away our RWR scope, which I don't like about the F-18.
Yeah.
So I'm just gaining a little bit of altitude here. And see how I'm flying offset away from the target here? I'm not flying directly at it.
Yeah. Is that what I should start doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Maybe come a little bit closer to it. It takes some judgment to kind of figure out, how far away should I be? Because if you're too far away, your dive angle is going to be too shallow. If you're too close, it's going to be too steep.
Yeah.
And so in the F-16, I kind of wait till the target has kind of traveled back to kind of like a right here kind of area. I don't know if you can see my mouse or not.
Do it again?
Right here.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, bummer. Okay. Alright, guys, I can see the targets down there.
Yep.
Make sure my autopilot's not on. It's not on. My master arm's turned on. Alrighty, I think I'm ready to go. So I'm waiting. It's very easy to turn in too early, and that's where you get that too shallow of a dive angle.
Gotcha.
I'll plug the afterburner here, give myself a little bit more speed. And right about now, I'm going to go ahead and roll on in.
Oh yeah, you weren't kidding when you say you go upside down.
Yep, now I'm going to bring myself wings level. I'm putting that fall line in line with my targets, right? I'm putting that fall line on top of those helicopters.
Yeah.
And we can see that cross line is coming down. And when that cross line starts coming down, now I have a valid shot on the queue because I have no more cross line and pickle. And my bombs are coming away. I'm peeling away from the target. And I can roll back over and watch my bombs hit. And there they go. And kaboom, right on target.
Wow. That's nice.
Yep. So it works pretty well. So see if you can kind of copy that more. You saw how much I actually rolled upside down.
Okay. So, do you want... I'll put mine on live.
Okay. Let me put on myself into autopilot here.
Turn myself off. Now I'm at 15,000 feet. Should I be higher?
You can start at 15,000. That works.
Okay.
I was looking at my own stream for a second there, and I was like completely freaked out as to like what was going on.
So this button, the master arm, has a master arm off and in simulate. So I guess that's when you do the simunitions.
Yeah, it's basically what it does is everything on the HUD and in the avionics wise, it looks exactly like you dropped a bomb, but you haven't actually dropped a bomb.
Gotcha.
It's for practice, like it says, simulating. So keep your airspeed up. Especially when you get into missions that you fly with me, you're going to want to keep that airspeed up at all times. You want to be 350 knots or above when you're in bad guy territory.
Okay.
So see how the target's disappeared under our nose? Offset off to the right just slightly. So bring the nose, bring it like maybe 15 degrees right. You remember we want to roll into that target.
Yep.
Keep the nose level so that we're not descending too much. Only want to start descending when we roll in.
Yeah, I was just trying to see where he was.
Yep. I think that's our target off to the left there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not the right island, but let's bomb that island instead. So.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Okay.
That's so. We'll put the bombs on the apron, that's on the ramp right there. You can see it.
What's the apron?
Maybe. It's the ramp.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The actual runway.
Yep. So kind of look off to your left again for me. All right. So kind of right now, go ahead and roll on into your target.
Okay.
Pull hard. Get your nose onto it. There you go. That looked better than the last one. And then find your target. Put the fall line on your target. And now your CCIP has given you valid information that cross mark is gone.
So wherever that pipper is, where the bomb's gonna hit.
Yep. There you go. And you can watch the bomb fall. And there's the bombs.
Yeah. Better than before.
Yeah, it was a lot better than before. So bring it on north. So currently heading of 035.
I see the smoke on the island that you had.
Yeah. And you can also use your navigation systems too to find your target, because our target point's right on top of the bad guy island, right?
Yeah. I should probably climb higher. What's on average? You're about 20,000 feet when you do a bomb drop.
Yeah, between 15 and 20. I like to have my bombs off of my jet and falling no lower than 8,000 feet, because below 8,000 feet is when you get in trouble with, getting shot up by AAA or manpads. And
so what is a manpad?
That's a shoulder-launched surface-to-air missile. It stands for Man Portable Air Defense System.
Oh, okay.
And basically, it's like a Stinger or an Igla.
Yeah.
Basically what the Soviets used, or the Mujahideen used to shoot down all those helicopters in that movie, Charlie Wilson's War.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be nasty if you're too low. Alright, I'm going to drop some more bombs here. There they go. And boom.
Yeah, I got it. try this. I'm gonna roll in.
Alrighty, I'm gonna look at your stream in just a second here.
Too far away from me.
There you go, that looks really good.
My speed is way fast though.
That's okay. Remember, no negative G's. Alright, and drop. And be violent, come off the target hard. You want to get out of the way, right?
Yeah, you don't want to black out though, right?
Yeah, no blacking out. So it looks like you missed a little bit long. You kind of want to lead the pipper a little bit. I mean, it's not when the minute you press your pickle button, it's not an instantaneous thing because these little claws that hold onto the bombs on the pylons have to actually release.
Yeah.
And
so
these
there's
little
like a 1 second delay or so.
Yeah, it's more like a heartbeat, but a heartbeat is a long time. You know, it's kind of like a, it's like a, yeah. And when you're flying a mission, like when you'll get to that point, those heartbeats are gonna feel even longer because there's gonna be bad guys shooting at you while you're trying to drop your bombs, and you're like, oh my god, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, let me get my bombs off.
Exactly. Oh, I see you.
I see you too. All right, I got one more pass. Now, when I say that no negative G's in a dive for dropping your bombs,
yeah,
you can push negative G's. Just make sure that I usually say no, none at all to people who are just starting out. But if you know not to push any negative G's when your bombs are falling underneath you, that is the key. If you need to push some negative G's to get your CCIP pipper on target, that's fine. Just make sure you definitely don't do that after you've pressed the pickle button. I had a Shilka down there wanting to shoot at me.
Oh, great.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up.
Nice. Good job.
Did I hit him?
You got really close.
Okay. Hey, practice makes perfect, right?
Exactly.
But I'm getting more comfortable with the, you know, you were telling me how to dive bomb it.
Yeah.
And I can actually use the I call it the ladder, the HUD ladder.
Yeah.
As an angle, right? Do you use that as your angle?
I kind of more or less do it by feel, but starting off, you can definitely use that.
Okay.
It's just keep in mind here that we're building up for flying missions, right?
Yeah.
When you're diving down on the target in a mission, in one of my missions, you don't want to be concentrating on that HUD ladder to get the perfect dive angle. You just want to do it by feel, make sure it feels right, and do it, because you want to be looking out for threats. You want to be looking out for people shooting at you, all these kinds of things.
Got it.
So you're carrying some rockets. I'm not. Do you want to shoot some rockets?
Yeah. How do I do those?
Okay. So on your right hand, let me go back to your stream.
Okay.
On your right hand MFD.
Yep.
Go ahead and hit gun on the top left, and then hit where it says 0 M82.
Yep.
Hit that again, and that'll switch you over to your rockets. Oh, hit it one more time. Now you're on rockets, and look up at your HUD. See how there's a little your CCIP cross is there, but with no fall line, but it's got an X through it.
Yeah.
If you get down and close to your target, that CCIP pipper will start moving back up, and when the X is gone, you can hit the pipper, or hit the pickle button and shoot your rockets.
So that's the little circle, excuse me, with the X in it, correct?
Yeah, exactly. And once you get closer to the ground and you have your jet coming down towards the ground, you'll be able to actually hit the pickle button and shoot rockets where that pipper is.
Get some altitude. Actually, for rockets, you don't have to be that high, do you?
No, and you don't have to have a super steep dive angle like we do with bombs.
It's kind of like a strafing run.
Exactly. Now, most people tend to come in a little too shallow for strafing runs, so don't go too shallow, but don't go too steep either.
Okay.
If that makes sense. You probably want to be about 15 to about 20 degrees nose down.
Okay. Oh shit, I'm bingo on fuel.
Yeah, so look down to your right just a little bit for me. So your fuel is, your totalizer is that little gauge that's kind of hidden under the canopy rail on the right.
Yeah.
Right there next to that physical compass.
Yeah, it says 8200.
Okay.
Am I sucking a lot of fuel?
Yeah, I mean, if it's 8200, that's a lot. I don't think it's probably less than that, really. Because mine is already at 5000.
Mine's at 7800.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
But
plenty of fuel.
I got fuel flashing.
Huh.
I must have a lower bingo. So, I don't know.
Alright, well anyway, we'll shoot
Yeah.
some rockets here. If we run out of gas, that's fine, we're just practicing. So see how your CCIP dot is now no longer has an X? So if
Yeah.
you hit the pickle button right now, your rocket would hit right there.
Got it.
And for this, we want to be pretty darn fast, so that way the AAA down there can't chew us up.
Got it.
I think the way it's set up right now, one press of the pickle button is going to fire one rocket, so you're going to want to press the pickle button a whole bunch of times to get a bunch of rockets off.
Got it.
Altitude. Altitude.
Getting pretty close. Rockets are always fun.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta run here pretty soon.
Yeah, I gotta go too. We gotta
yeah.
eat dinner.
Yeah, me too.
Well, that was cool, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. So I would just, practice in the F-16, flying around, doing stuff.
Okay.
Do